So we'll start. First of all, this session will be approximately of 1 hour, not more than that. I will take care that it will not extend beyond 1 hour duration. Okay, sitting 1 hour for a session is quite challenging, but I hope I will not bore you uh, because I'm not a teacher like uh, you meet teachers in your colleges or a school. There is a reason. The reason is that I do not like a stereotype teacher who bombards you along with too much knowledge and suggestions and advices and this and that. I am a hardcore, basically a trainer and passionately uh, pursuing my profession, teaching profession, almost since uh, 1999. So almost 20 years have finished. 20 years is a very large period as far as teaching field is concerned. Why? Because in last 20 years I got many opportunities. Basically, I am from the same city, Kolhapur. So this computers field is a very luring field. I mean, you get lucrative opportunities to go to Mumbai, Bangalore, or maybe outside countries. But I didn't ever think of quitting this profession only because I love this profession. So I teach passionately, like you. I study continuously. I know very well pains of a student. These pain points are very serious. I know very well. And like you, I have done my engineering from Walchand College of Engineering way back 1986. I took admission in Walchand College. Uh, I finished my degree and then I went for post graduation in VJTI Mumbai. Why after all programming? Only because it is part of our syllabus. Only because you want to clear one subject. If I ask you, okay, what is the difference between static and non-static variable? They do not know. They do not. They do not. And this is not of the first year or second year student. I'm talking about this this situation about the B computer science student, not of the second year student. Second year student, I can imagine, understand. Okay, the student is fresh, but those who have finished B, okay, those who are looking for a job, they do not know basics of programming. They do not know what is random access memory. You may not believe me. You may not believe me, but I am telling you. If I ask a student, can you please explain me what is random access memory? What is the role of random access memory? What is the buffer memory? What is the role of operating system and compiler? What is a compiler? What is an interpreter? They do not know. My friends, they do not know. This experience I am sharing along with you of a B computer science students. Those who have done the projects, those who have written many programs. So what is the reason behind this? The reason behind this is understanding and comprehending programming language is quite different than writing program. So various fields are there in front of you. There is a C, there is a C++, there is a Java, HTML, JavaScript, Python. Python is hype right now. Everybody wants to learn Python. But what is the reality? My friend, what is the reality? You might be listening from your friends, senior friends, say third year, last year, okay, outside the industry. Everybody wants to do Python. Everybody wants to learn artificial intelligence. Everybody wants to learn big data. Everybody wants to learn machine learning. What is that? That is something which everybody wants to learn. But what you will do afterwards? No, jobs are not there. What you feel? Industry wants a programmers who have got a sound knowledge of programming. They don't want just programmers, my friends. And PE computer student should not become a programmer, okay, or should not remain a programmer for more than 2 years. What I want to tell you is that Java, JavaScript, Python, PHP, you learn any language in the future, a sound knowledge of C will only will help you. Okay. Whether you join my class or not doesn't matter at all. But I am telling you when you are in the second engineering only because it will help you. I am quite sure about that. Python. Many students want to learn Python these days. They do not learn Java language, C language. They want to learn Java language. I really wonder how these people understand that language. And I came to know that they write the program, but they do not understand that Java or Python. So I teach programming the way programming should be learned. Programming should be a fun. You should love programming, right? So if you want to learn all these programming language, whatever I teach you during C programming language, okay, you will remember me always throughout your 4 years and after 4 years as well. So use of C. Lot of uses are there. You might have learned operating system is there, embedded systems is there, GUI is there, new programming platform. All these Google, Mozilla compilers, everything, interpreter, everything has been written in C language. I don't know how many students those who have learned Python languages might have. Okay. They do not know Python itself has been written in C language. That is the beauty of C language. That is the power of C language. The Python interpreter itself has been written in C language. Right? Python itself, whole that is the software, it has been written in C language. Why? Why 50 years have passed and still C is the best language considered? Reason is that it has got power. The problem in India so far I have seen is that C is the most ignored programming language. So what is taught basically? They will teach you some hello world program. They will write some main int main. They will open the compiler. They do not know what is that compiler. They open the IDE. There might be a code block. There might be a Linux, right? If you are using Linux, they will open some gedit editor. You will write the program, save it, right? Compile it. You will get some errors. So you don't know how to remove the errors. So you will see here, you will see here, you will see there. Okay. Whatever he has done, you will do the same. Copy paste. Everything is there. Okay. He has written that hash include. So you will also hash include. He has written that hash include con.io.h. You will also include caution, like that hash include con.io.h. In the interview, they ask you, why I have included this file? Don't know. He has written, so I also written. This is how engineers are working. Years and years after years. Okay? They do not know. Why I written that intimate? Do not know. Okay, he has written. No, my sir has told me that. Write intimate. So intimate. What happens if I do not write int? What happens if I write void? What if I do not write int or a void? What will happen? Huh? What will happen? What if I do not include files? Student do not know. Student do not know. Then they will show you printf and scanf. Take some input from the keyboard, print there something, print some messages. Okay, if and if else is there. Huh? Then three loops will teach you. I don't know how much has been covered in your colleges. They will teach you do while some loops are there till some functions pointers finish. Okay, I don't know whether pointers, array strings, and structures and file handling is how much in detail they teach you or not. Your subject is finished, you pass the paper, C language becomes a history in your life. Okay, that is where the problem is. You do not, you don't understand C language very well. Okay, as a computer student, next semester or next year there is a C++. Okay, C++ goes in the same fashion. Okay, Till C++ is finished, students do not know what is the difference between C and C++. Why do you write the class? Why do you write the C out? They know there is no difference between the programs. So what the hell C++ is there? Java, public static void main. देखता है भैया यहाँ भी मेन आ गया, अभी इसका क्या करें ना, लेकिन अलग है। पब्लिक स्टैटिक तो लिखा है, ठीक है, पब्लिक क्यों लिखा है, स्टैटिक क्यों लिखा है, वर्ड भी आया है। वर्ड क्या है, पॉइंटर है या डेटा टाइप है, क्या है क्या ये। तो सब बच्चे अंधेरा में घूमते रहते हैं बस 4 साल। What then I taught, what I teach. So I teach everything. Each statement of the program I teach you. How that program is executed. The same platform there. I will share the screen along with you, like the way I will show you that, right? I think you can see this. This is the program of my last batch. Okay, I do not know whether you understand all these things, but this is how I type. Go on typing here code. I do not provide a ready-made codes. Okay, so that I will write here, read it, and this happens here, this happens here. Not. I will open the fresh program. I will open the fresh program, fresh application like this. Just tell me, have you ever in your college or whoever some of you have already learned, how many of that those wrote the comments in the program? I'm quite sure nobody has done. Why? Because comments is the least ignored part of teacher as well as students as well as the programmer. But this is how I write so that students get the habit of that. Okay. So what the program is all about. Okay. What is the prototype of a function? Okay. Students do not know what is the prototype of a function. What is the function? They do not know. If I those I'm talking about those who have learned C language, right? How to write this? How to write this statement? Why do you add this? Where it comes from? What this stdio.h file contains? Why it is a .h? Why it is not a .c? Why it is not a .c++? Right? What is this project? Is this the compiler? What I am showing, is that a compiler? Is it a IDE? What kind of IDEs are there? What is the difference between uh, Windows mode and DOS mode? What is the difference between Linux, that program you write in the Linux, and here? Okay. Is this the compiler? Many students feel that this is the compiler. Code block is the compiler. Okay. I don't know what I mean. I don't know whether in your college Turbo C is used or Turbo C++ is used, but student know what is that. Student do not know what is that Turbo C, Turbo C++. That is the fact. How the declaration is made. What is the use of this declaration? How memory is allocated? Where the memory is allocated? How operating system comes into the picture? Right? How function is called? How control goes from one statement to another? How control jumps from one function to another function? How control is returned to the calling function? What is formal argument? What are actual argument? What is the data segment? What is the code segment? Okay. What is the function calling mechanism? These things are never taught in the colleges. What is the storage class? Okay. What are the preprocessor directives? What are the macros? How macros are used for development of a library? Okay. In library, you will find lot of macros, but students do not know macros. What are command line arguments? How command lines arguments are sent? What is the array of structures? What are pointers of arrays? What are arrays of pointers? What is array of pointers to strings? If you understand, do not know. If you do not understand array of pointers to strings, how will you understand Java? How will you understand that this thing? What command line arguments? I saw your syllabus. There is a recursion. How will you understand recursion if you do not understand functions? Not possible, my friends. Absolutely not possible. I went through your syllabus. Your syllabus is really good, very good. Okay, it has covered everything. But rather, I teach you more than that syllabus. Okay, almost double the syllabus I can teach you. rather I teach them. So that my concern is not only your paper. Okay, paper you will get marks. Okay, and you will be completely different person from today till the end of your semester or whatever that. Okay, but I am not bothered about that. Okay, what I am bothered about is you should be able to understand everything, how, why this statement is written, what is the use of this statement, what will happen if this statement is not written. This is how I teach each program. How many programs I take? I explained 100 plus programs, writing here directly. I write them and explain them. Okay. What is that percent D? What is that percent 20D? What is that slash n? What will happen if I don't write slash n? What is the slash n required? Many times they write here slash n. Why one should avoid writing slash n at the beginning of that? Many students write here gate ch, gate ch. What is that gate ch? No, no. So okay. So this is how I actually taught. I run the program. Okay. So when I run the program, I show them. Okay. There are errors and warnings. Students do not know warnings. Okay. Students just ignore warnings. Okay. Then I run the program. I show it. If problem is there, why problem is there. Okay, how to debug the code. Students do not know debugging the code. Okay, each statement, how the control goes inside the machine, at the machine level, at CPU level, how control goes from one statement to another. That is actually I also teach them. Okay, you will not get this knowledge anywhere. Okay, I bet you anywhere. So many times, this is how actually I teach you. Okay, and I stop midway and then I ask you questions. Was there any problem? You can ask me questions. They ask me questions. Okay, here there is a facility. I can give you mic access. Okay, so you can ask me questions. Hmm? How many questions you can ask? Hundreds or thousands. You can ask me as many questions as you get tired of. Okay, I don't get tired. Huh? I teach everything. RAM, ROM, data segment, code segment, system software. They do not know what is system software, what is application software, what are types of operating system, role of operating system, preprocessor. Student do not know preprocessor, compiler, linker. Linker काम क्या करता है? पता नहीं रहता है. सी लैंग्वेज स्टूडेंट्स के बच्चों को आगे जाके सी प्लस प्लस ये वो सब दुनिया भर के सब्जेक्ट सीखते हैं. लिंकर का काम ही नहीं पता होता है. कंप्यूटर इंजीनियर को अगर लिंकर का काम पता नहीं चला, लोडर का काम पता नहीं चला, प्री प्रोसेसर का काम पता नहीं चला, तो उसको जॉब कौन देगा और क्यों देगा? मैं तो बोलता हूँ क्यों देगा? हाँ, so this should not happen along with you. How printf and scanf works, how nesting of control structure can be done, what are the logical operators, what is the truth table, what is relational operator, what are parts of functions, return type of function, how many arguments function can return, need of a pointers. Various pointers are there. How many pointers are taught in the class or in the college? Have you seen the list of partial list of pointers? There is a void pointer, there is a null pointer, there is a constant pointer, there is a pointer to constant, there is a dangling pointer, there is a structure pointer, there is a file pointer, there is an opaque pointer. Lot of pointers are there. Students do not know all these things. Why? Because it is not taught. Okay, I teach it as a part of C language curriculum because it is a part of this. The student knows the stack. What is the stack? What is the heap? What is the global memory works? Right? What is initialization, multi-dimensional array, single-dimensional array, difference between character array and character pointer? Very basic fundamental question. Okay? Then स्ट्रक्चर बच्चों को पता ही नहीं चलता है कि क्यों करना स्ट्रक्चर अपना सी लैंग्वेज में स्ट्रक्चर क्यों करना है आपके आपका if your C language has not started, probably you may not understand this. Okay, but at least those who have learned, those who have heard. Okay, what is the use of structure? How to define the structure? What is the structure pointer? Why after all structure is there? Okay, you do not know. Once you do not understand structure, You will not understand. I bet you C++. C++ is one of the hardest language in the world, right? And my student, if he learn C++ from me, he is the best. Okay. So need of the structure, inside file structure, file pointer, right? नेस्टिंग कैसे करते हैं, टाइप डेफ क्या होता है, ये सब कुछ है आपके सिलेबस में है। टाइप डेफ बच्चों को पता ही नहीं रहता टाइप डेफ क्या होता है। Okay? So everything recursion mechanism, function calling mechanism, how file is included, multiple programming. If you can, no, a single C program can be divided into multiple files. Students do not know this. How to write that? What is what kind of macros are required over there? What is the header guard? Header guard is there something. B students haven't heard about that header guard. Okay. So a lot of things are there. Debugging macro, predefined macros are there. Okay. So a lot of things are there. Number of phases are there. Students do not know. There are 6 phases your program goes. When you write the C program till the execution, program goes through multiple phases. 6 phases program goes. How many of you know? Nobody knows. These are some reviews. I will you will get these reviews, but I have got students from all over the world. Okay, students from 120 countries learn from me. Okay, somewhere around 4,500 students are there. These are some just glimpse of that, right? Those who have given reviews to my course. I have got two kinds of courses. Uh, One is a remotely accessible course on the Udemy, okay, where I have created animated contents, and my courses are most popular on Udemy, most popular and highly priced. When courses on Udemy are sold at for 400 rupees, 500 rupees, 700 rupees, my courses are not sold at this down to earth price. Whatever the real price is there, student purchase at that price, even though number of courses are available at the cheap price. Second thing, my courses are top rated on Udemy. Top rated. No course is there which has got higher rating than my course. Okay. Why I'm telling this? Only because to give you guarantee, if you want to learn C language, if you will want to understand how does the machine works, if you want to do something in your life after B, then join. Then join. Right? Fine. These I have shared along with you. You will get those. Okay. This is Varun Naik, somebody I don't know, but he has learned that C language in the college. That he has written that in some private classes he joined, but everywhere he was not satisfied along with the content. He didn't understand at all C language. He accessed my course, okay, somewhere 2 years back, and he has written that no that this is the first time he learned C programming language. He understood the C programming language, right? So some reviews are there. This Randy Peck is from the United States of America. Okay, he has written because of Indian accent. He finds that Indian accent is so poor, so he has written that just ignore the poor English grammar and goofy sentence structure. But the course itself is the extremely well thought out and presented. Okay, so that is a word about the I could say. This Jeff Segar at the bottom is a software engineer, okay, and he has accessed my C language and he has accessed my both courses, C as well as C++. Okay, so he has written reviews for both of my courses, right? So a lot of are there. This Adebayo is somebody is there. He has written. Just read the first line of that. I like that how students think about a when he get what he want. So he has written that I would give this course the entire batch of stars of galaxies if I had the power. Okay. I really wonder have it, do I really give that much? Because but students write like that. Okay? So this is just I wanted to share along with you. This is the framework. This way I teach you. I arrange the session. I mean my paid sessions. Okay, I conduct classes. 50 hours of classes are there. Minimum 50 hours. Minimum 50 hours. Okay, but here and there it goes. Hmm? So my current batch is I'm finishing that batch. Probably in the this week the batch will be finished. I'm in the final and chapter. I have taught them 15 chapters. C language 15 one five. Okay. I conduct test once in 15 days or once in week. Okay. Depends upon the response from the students. I give them assignments per chapter. Okay, I ask them to write those assignments and send them back. I correct them. I go through everybody's assignments. Okay, and ask him to improve on certain things if he has done the mistake. Okay, so this way I used to give them somewhere around assignments. I solve almost 100 assignments in the classroom. Okay, I personally interact along with each student. Okay, this way I finish that syllabus. Okay, complete syllabus. My plan is to finish that 50 hours. My current batch, which is going to finish in this week, it has taken somewhere around 57 hours. 53 is finished, 53 hours. Three more lectures, perhaps of 1 hour each, are required for finishing that. So that is the schedule, right? So some are there. Now I open the session for questions and answers. Okay. So you can ask me questions in the questions tab, right? Till that moment, I will let me current polls, right? Two more polls. Have you got PC or a laptop? Okay. I prefer PC or on the laptop, PC or laptop, because programming can be viewed in a better way on the large screen. Okay, though these sessions are available on the mobile. Okay, but I do not prefer. If you want to for regular sessions, programming sessions, you should access those from the this thing, uh, laptop or a PC, right? So almost all I have got. Some of them have not got PC, but you have to make some alternate arrangement. You can access them from the mobile. Okay, as far as listening is concerned, and if you want to ask question, there is no problem. I'm a bit doubtful how that program will look on the small mobile screen. I'm a bit doubtful about that. Right. So thank you very much. Almost 90% of the students have got PC or a laptop. And where do you prefer to learn? The question is same, I think. Okay. If you prefer listening on the mobile, okay, some of my students are listening. I mean my current batch students, they are they have followed the dual approach. They keep the laptop in front of them, and on the mobile they listen to my session. And when I type source code and when I explain source codes, they simultaneously type their code on the laptop. That is actually a good methodology, right? That I like. Some of my students do that. So that immediately they can, if they have got some problem, they immediately ask me during the session, sir, I'm getting this error. So what should I do? Okay. That way I can, I can solve your queries. I mean, I can solve anybody's queries, and I'm sure about that. Okay. Anybody's queries I can solve. Okay. Remotely. Don't consider we are placed at the distant and how I will support you. Don't worry at all. If you tell me, okay, this is the error I am getting, you will get 90% of the time you will get answer immediately. 10% of the time I will tell you, okay, let me check on my computer and then I will tell you. Okay, this is how I support. So as far as support is And 100%, don't worry at all. Okay, one thing, I do not give solution. Okay, if you somebody tells me, sir, I have got this assignment in my college and give me source code, please don't. Okay, don't ask teacher your source code. You can ask me any question, any doubt, any intricacies, anything out of the book you can ask me. Okay, but don't ask me source code. Okay, I hate that. I hate that. Okay, source code is something which we should write, right? Something which we should. That is the real joy once you develop that program. See, programming is initially the frustration, lot of frustration. Okay, but you will pass through that frustration if I am there along with you, right? 100%. So session is now open for question and answers. Whatever this course, okay, price is major factor. Students might be having that question first. Sir, what is the price? My course price are 4,000 rupees. Okay, there is no concession. Why? There is no concession because you are going to get contents worth 8,000 rupees to up to 10,000 rupees worth contents you will get. So I don't compromise as far as fees are concerned. Okay, but I'm quite sure, 100% guarantee, you will do best in your life. Okay, C language best. C++, once you finish C language, you will automatically tell me, sir, teach C++. I will continue C++. Question 2. How many hours? I told you. Minimum 50 hours. Okay. Beyond that, depends. I don't know how how you understand. But I never quit. Okay. I never quit. I can teach to dumbest student in the world, and I have taught that in the past. Okay, nobody is dumb actually. Nobody is dumb. I strongly believe nobody is dumb. Okay, somebody takes 1 day, somebody takes 3 days, somebody takes 10 days. That is the only thing. So I can take at expert level to any student. Okay, any student. I'm quite sure about that. So 50 to 55 hours. What about support afterwards? I will be there. My phone number will be there. I have given my phone number. Okay. So you can call me. You can WhatsApp me. Okay. Your query. So you will be my student forever. Okay. Likewise, my old students are my students forever. So you'll be my students forever. Why are you not taking offline lectures? I request to take it offline mode. There are various reasons of offline mode. Mode of teaching is this: what I conduct, the way I conducted the session, the same way I will conduct the each C programming concept. Okay, so there will be concept here. Suppose in your slide there will be what is the role of RAM and operating system. Okay, so there might be a point on the slide. Okay, I will explain that in detail. Go to the compiler. I will open that share the screen. I will open that ID. I will show you there directly with live program. Okay. So depending upon the gravity of that concept, I will explain accordingly. Programming directly live. I will show you. I will write the program. Each statement I write, I will explain you simultaneously. Right? This is how actually I teach. Okay. How many hours daily there will be a lecture? There is a one question: how many hours? Usually, I take 45 minutes to 1 hour and 15 minutes to half hour for question answers. Suppose I take 45 minutes of lecture, I reserve half an hour for the question answer session. Right? The way, same process. That's why I called you here. Same process. Huh? If I conduct session of 1 hour, then I will keep 15 to 20 minutes for question answer session. This is how it goes. Okay. Sometimes, if you are interested, I am also in the mood of teaching you something and finishing that topic. I may take up to 90 minutes, but that is a rare case. Okay. In each lecture, I used to tell students if some of you are tired, then you can message me. I stop at yesterday only. I was teaching file handling. I had taken session of somewhere around 50-55 minutes, and I wanted to finish one small topic which was requiring somewhere around 15 to 20 minutes. I asked my students, okay, should I continue and finish that topic or stop here? Okay, so only 10% of the students said, "Sir, we are tired today. You had given too much information. Please stop." Okay? So I stopped there. Okay, I mean I'm telling you the incidents day before yesterday. Okay, so I immediately stopped. Told all my students, okay, some of the students are tired. They said tired because of too much concepts were taught in 50 minutes. That's why they are not tired of teaching. Okay, but their no level of absorbing level was no overflow. So they said, because I know who is telling what. Okay, so I took that lecture yesterday. So this is how it is conducted, right? So 45 minutes to uh, at the most 1 hour 15 minutes. Okay. Aditi, you asked me question how many I told you. Usually I take usually I explain 100 programs in whole curriculum. 100 programs. Right? But once I explain a few programs and give you assignments, I'm quite sure you'll be able to write the program. Okay? You'll be write the program. Right? Sir, from when the course or session will start? This is one question. From where? From when the course or session will start? Session will start in the next week. Okay, Tuesday. Tuesday, I am going to start the session. Okay, before that, you have to pay the fees. Tuesday, uh, before that, I will give you time. Okay, but 7 o'clock in the evening is a good time. I think so for all of you. Right? So 7 o'clock there will be a batch. 7 to 7:45. Okay. 10 and 15 minutes here and there might be there. Right? Okay. Pranoti Jadhav has asked me why I do not take offline lectures. There are a few reasons for that. First of all, I have an office in Rajarampuri. That place might not be convenient to all. This is one. Second, in the office, I may not be able to teach you by writing program. I will be teaching you that no in the board, and I will write something, you will note down something. Time is wasted unnecessarily. That I will write, you will note down, like that. That is the second part. Third part, suppose out of 20 students, suppose 5 students do not turn up for any particular session. Okay, they will miss that session. Here, one session is over, I edit that session and recorded session is sent to you. Okay. For downloading, recorded session will be sent to you for your own archive. Okay. It is not that it will be deleted after 1 month, 3 months, like that. I will send you link. You can download or you can watch it forever, anytime, any day. Okay. So you won't miss anything. That cannot be done in case of a offline or classroom teaching. It is not possible. I cannot teach them again five those students. And once you miss that particular point, okay, it will affect learning the next. Here there is no problem. Suppose you miss any lecture, or suppose you don't understand completely, you can re-listen that because I am going to send it. Okay. For my current batch, I have sent 63 videos to them of 1 hour each. Okay, approximately 1 hour. 63 videos I have already sent to them. So they have got a full library of my lectures. How I explained particular program, what was the problem, what was the answer, this, that, everything is covered over there. Right? So Uh, that is the reason. And no, we have got a facility. Internet is everywhere. You have got internet. You will sit in your home. Okay, I will be in my home or my office. Okay, no hassles is there. No traffic jam. No wastage of time in to and fro. Okay, no hassles are there. Technology is good. So let's use the technology, isn't it? How many people are going to the bank right now? They are making payment and everything through the mobile app. So same here in the education. But sir, we are thinking that we are not getting C language in college due to online mode. Believe me. Why? College professors are doing online teaching only because of pandemic. Got me? I have been teaching online since the year 2011. 2011. Okay, when nobody in India was thinking about online teaching. Got my point? So you won't have any problem. I'm quite sure you won't have any problem. Absolute no problem. You're right. Currently, my current batches are students from all over India. At least as far as you are concerned, you are from Kolhapur. Okay. At least you can meet me. We can meet somewhere. Okay. Once in a month on my office. I will call all people. Rest of the students, I do not know their face, how they look, how they behave, where do they stay, but they are learning. They are mastering. Right? So what you learn online from your college is quite different what you learn from me. See, teaching online requires different skill set altogether. Teaching online requires sense of time. Teaching online requires, even though I do not see you, I should be able to read your face. Okay? And that I can do that. On the basis of your questions, I can understand what is the problem at the other end. So that is my 9 years of experience, right? Teaching online.